Why have I not joined the Royal Navy? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys, on the channel. In today's video we are going to be doing the Q&A. So before we get into today's video, I obviously asked you guys over on Instagram and Snapchat to send in your questions in. So I want to just say by saying thank you for sending your questions in. It took pretty much a long time to get some questions in, but the time has now come and I'm now going to be answering your questions, guys. And yes, guys, no messing about. Let's get into the first question. First question is, Yusuf, do you think Man United is going to win the league? Very good question. Let's just say there's still a long way to go of the season. I think the season, it's only just started not long ago. About 8 weeks ago it started. Literally anything could still happen. It's still a long season. Literally anything could happen. You know, United could win the next game, we could lose the next game, so really anything could happen in football. Do I think United is going to win the league? Well, if you look at it right now, we've dropped out on several points at the start of the season against Brighton, Tottenham and Wolves, which is, you know, we should have got points, and it's devastating that we've had a crap start to the season, but we have to put that behind us and look forwards now to the next games ahead, because we know that the next few games are going to be tough. Obviously now the next game is Chelsea, and then I bet everyone watching this right now is going to say, oh God, Chelsea, they've been playing well, Brett. Yeah, I get that. Oh yeah, you're going to get beat. Anything could happen. Literally anything could happen. We could win, we could lose, anything could happen. And if we do beat Chelsea, that'll be a very good result, because Chelsea are coming off a very good run under a new manager. So literally anything could happen at the end of the day. If everyone's going to be saying all this, that and the other about, you know, us getting beat by Chelsea, the game's not even started yet. You can't just say, oh yeah, you're going to get beat straight down, because we don't know yet. The game's not even kicked off yet, so you can't say that too yet, because the game's not even started. So at the end of the day, if you think about it, hopefully United could win the league, but because now we're about 7 points behind City, Chelsea and Liverpool, it's going to be tough now, because we need to start winning games. We need to have that belief and keep motivated, and we just need to keep fighting, and we need to work hard in training. And if we do that, we can win games and we can get points on the table, and then we're starting to move back up the table. Like I was saying in the previous video where United needed to win that game against Newcastle, we did that. A great comeback. We won that 3-2, you know. It just came our way at the end of the day. What a game it was, and we needed a result against Newcastle, and we got that at the end of the day. So if we still keep fighting, keep believing and keep motivated and work hard in training, we can probably still win the league. But there's a long way to go of this league. Literally anything could happen. Like City could lose the next game, Liverpool could lose their next game. Anything could happen in football. You know, anything could happen. And if that sort of happens for Manchester United, where we start winning games, I'll be buzzing. But looking at it right now, I think United need to sort of battle now for 4th place. We need to battle for a top 4 this season. It'll be great if we can win the league, but, you know, there's still a long way to go. We'll have to see, but hope we can. We'll just have to see how it plans out at the end of the day for us. And yeah, but the next question is from Laith. Laith asked me 2 questions. Laith asked me, why have you not joined the Navy? I'm surprised about that. Everyone didn't ask me this question a lot, because I know some of my friends know what's going on, and most of my other friends probably won't know what's going on at the minute. So let's say about 5 months ago, I went back to the UK to take the recruitment test. Now, practically, you had to take the test until getting to the next stage, and that was the interview. So if you pass the test, you'll be going on to the interview, your pre-joining fitness test. So let's just say I was in that test, and let's just say I just didn't do well. I could have done better, but at the end of the day, I just did not do well. I walked away, didn't do well in the test. After that, in a matter of months, everything just changed. I'm going to go into detail about what's been going on in the last recent months, but you will find out of what's going on. Some of my friends will know what's going on at the end of the day. There are a few questions about this. In a matter of months, things had just changed. My mind was just changed, and I didn't do well in that test. I had another chance to do the test a month later, but I just said no, there's no point, because practically I was only there for like 2 weeks, and then going back to the UK or staying on. So supposed to be going back here anyway, so there was no point of staying on or going back to the UK. The heap of money going back to the UK. In a matter of months, things changed, and you'll find out in the next coming questions. Leif asked me thoughts of UFC. My first fight live that I watched. Obviously, I've been watching UFC for quite a long time. Thoughts of it? It's very interesting. It's exciting as well to watch. I think UFC's more, I think to me, it looks more brutal and more bloody. If you watch that Tony Ferguson fight, Jesus, that was bloody. And you don't really get to see that a lot in boxing, because in boxing, it's a bit the same, because in boxing, you still walk away with a few cuts and bruises and stuff like that. But in UFC, man, Jesus, Tony Ferguson fight, that was bloody. Honestly, that was brutal, That was probably one of the best fights I've probably seen in UFC. But yeah, that's my thoughts of it. It's interesting and exciting to watch. Great to watch. I'm now starting to watch more UFC fights live. Next question is, Leah, are you disappointed that Khabib won the fight? No, I'm not disappointed that Khabib won the fight, considering that I was backing McGregor to win the fight. I'm not really that disappointed. I think I was more frustrated that McGregor didn't win, because when you're backing someone to win, you would want them to win, and there was so many people going for Khabib to win and McGregor to win. If you think about it, Khabib's like a monster. He's a beast, to be fair. He won again on submission, so it just shows that as a champion, he knows what he's doing. He's on top of it all the time. He knew what he was doing in that fight, but to be fair, if you looked at McGregor, he came into this fight, it just looked like to me that he wasn't bothered. He wasn't bothered. It looked like for me he was just there for a payday. He just didn't look ready to me, and I think that will appear to other people as well. Funny enough, other people were saying that the Tony Ferguson fight was a lot better, and I think it was, to be fair, because the way how the Khabib-McGregor fight went, I just don't think McGregor was on top of it, and I've seen a lot better from McGregor in his past fights. But to me, if you think about it, I don't think McGregor was ready for this one. He was coming back into it, a banging fight coming up. But then if you compare that to Tyson Fury, he's coming up against Deontay Wilder in the next few months in December. Tyson Fury's made his comeback. He fought against Seferi and Francesco Peñetta. Then he's gone to his promoter and said, come on, I want a challenge now. I want a test. So he's gone, I want a challenge, and I'm going to challenge Deontay Wilder. I want a challenge, and this is who I'm going for. I want Deontay Wilder. McGregor's coming into this one straight away, and he's gone, I want Khabib. So he straight away wants the challenge. He wasn't ready for that, and I think he needed longer in camp, to be fair. It just didn't look ready to me. What did you think of the Conor and Khabib fight? What I said previously, I think Conor wasn't ready. It looked like he needed longer in camp. I think he didn't have long in camp. I think he only had about 2 months to prepare for this. I'm not too sure. Something like that. I think it was a good fight, but like I was just saying then, it was a bit frustrating not to see McGregor win the fight, because obviously all of his fans were backing him to win. It's just one of these where McGregor's good at that trash talk. He starts playing mind games and stuff like that. That's what he's good at. But then it's all about, the talking's finished, the bullshit's over. It's all down to the fight, really. Yeah, it just showed that McGregor, to me, like I just said previously, didn't look ready. Could have done better. I've seen better from McGregor. It just didn't look ready to me, and he just needed longer. And like I was just saying previously about Tyson Fury, where he's fought 2 guys in his division with Seferi and Francesco Peñetta. He's coming to them 2 fights. He's fought them, and he's just coming in now with a bang, going against Deontay Wilder. Anything could happen in that one. But if you think about it, he's gone straight into his promoter and said, give me a challenge. He wasn't ready for that challenge. So, to be fair, I think McGregor didn't plan his schedule right, to be fair. I think he needed to fight at least to get back into it. 1 or 2 fights, to sort of get back into it and what it feels like. To me, for coming against Khabib, who's a beast and knows what he's doing, it's not a fight that you want to choose, coming back into UFC. I know it was one of the best fights, coming back in. And Khabib messed that up by attacking McGregor's team. We've still not heard what's going on with that, but Khabib, his money's still on hold. You've obviously got McGregor, doing that bus stuff. When you're a champion like Khabib, you should know what's right and what's wrong. He completely lost it. He bottled it. No, he shouldn't have done that. He should have just gone over to him, shook his hand, got his belts, just left. One happy man. You've got the victory, one happy man. Get your belts and go. The next question from Sean is, What are your predictions for the Premier League table to finish? I've already made a video on this, Sean. I don't know how you've not seen it, because I made a video on this about at the beginning of the season, about 6-7 weeks ago. So if you've not checked that video out, I'll leave it in the I button up here. Go check it out in the I button, and I'll also leave it in the link to the description. That's practically my final predictions of where all the 20 teams are going to finish by the end of next year. So go check it out, because I'm not repeating it. Go check it out in the I button, link in the description as well. Next question is my man Tom. Here it is, guys. I think you've heard by now, and Tom is about to break it with his question. Are you looking forward to moving to Malaysia? There you go, guys. I am leaving Dubai after 14 years. Yes, I'm moving at the end of next month. Are you looking forward to moving to Malaysia? I am. I'm definitely looking forward. It's exciting, new challenge, new adventure, different cultures. It's not only just Malaysians just being there, it's also like Australians being there. You know, there's also British people as well. There's like Japanese, Chinese that are also there. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I am. And I can't wait, you know, new challenge, new adventure, like I just said then. Hashim, how do you feel moving to Malaysia? I feel excited. Like I just said then, I'm feeling excited. New challenge, new adventure. After 14 years in Dubai, it's going to feel a lot different, because Malaysia, it's in the middle now of a rainy period now. It's obviously a lot more greener than this, because practically Dubai is just covered with sand, and in Malaysia it's just covered with a lot of greenery, like let's just say like a lot of trees. It's practically like rainforest. It's like a rainforest place, to be fair, and it rains a lot as well. I'm feeling excited. New challenge, new adventure in life, and after 14 great years in Dubai, it's time to say goodbye to Dubai. I'm definitely going to miss everyone here. It's been my home for the last 14 years. I've grew up in Dubai. It's just been a pleasure, and time to move on. Final and last question of this Q&A, guys. What is the next step in life? The next step in life for me now, Hashim, is probably get a job now in Malaysia. When I was there in Malaysia, if you would have saw my Instagram, I was there for like 10 days. We were just looking, you know, at houses and stuff like that, places to stay and stuff like that. So there was no time for like, you know, filming videos or doing any of that stuff. So that was why I couldn't really film any videos when I was there. There was practically no time, and just busy like pretty much every day when I was there for 10 days. But my next step in life is, like I just said then, is to get a job. When I was there for 10 days, I had enough time, you know, to start looking for jobs and stuff like that. This month and next month I'm going to start sending emails out. But what I want to do is do something in golf. And if that doesn't go down well, or if I don't get a job in golf, then I'll have to deal with what I was doing here at Arabian Ranchers. Get a job, and then I'm sorted, really. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this Q&A. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days, and peace.